between takes when we were filming tournaments or anytime there was a board, some of the extras who were chess players, some of the crew, they would all be playing chess. Hi, AFI Movie Club. My name is Scott Frank, and I am the writer and director of the limited series, The Queen's Gambit, which was named as one of the 10 best television programs of the year 2020. The clip you're about to see is in the 6th episode of the show, and it's where Beth Harmon has just returned from Paris after having lost a tournament, and she is about to meet with her adoptive father, who she has not seen for a while. And he had promised her the house she lives in, that she could just have it, and he has come to take it away from her. Beth is wearing a robe that belonged to her late adopted mother, Alma, and she's wearing it, as you can see, to deliberately throw off Alma's husband, who had left her and Beth.
Come in.
So she's wearing this robe that has always been a source of comfort. And then into the house, which used to be his house.
Mr. Wheatley has a proposal. You can live here while you're looking for something permanent.
I thought I could keep the house if I made the payments.
Mr. Wheatley says you misconstrued him.
But what happens is, when we start the scene, they're on an equal footing. They're both in the same size frame. They're both featured in the same way. And then there's a subtle shift that begins to happen in terms of the camera move as the power dynamic changes.
Can't you even look at me? You adopted me. Can't you talk to me?
Alma wanted a child.
You signed the papers. You took on a responsibility.
Alma wanted to adopt you, not me. You're not entitled to everything I own just because I signed some papers to shut her up. Not that it worked.
You adopted me. I didn't ask you to. You're my legal father.
The money in this house is mine. No smart-assed orphan's gonna take it away from me.
No, I'm not an orphan. I'm your daughter.
Not in my book, you aren't. I don't give a shit what your goddamn lawyer says. I don't give a shit what Alma said either. That woman could not keep her mouth shut. Thought the piano would help. It didn't. So here you are. Oh, so pathetic.
And now we slowly begin to boom up, making her bigger and more dominant, and him smaller and more pathetic.
Alma was not pathetic. She was stuck. There's a difference. She didn't know how to get out of it. Pathetic? Well, I'm looking at pathetic.
And then finally what's broken quickly by the cut to the lawyer. And every time we're back to her or him, we're in these two sizes. Low looking up to her, slightly higher looking down to him.
I'll buy it. I'll pay whatever your equity is.
It's worth more than that now.
How much more?
I need $7,000.
Your equity is less than 5.
It's 7. I'll show you the receipts.
Fine.
I'm hoping that there's a subtle feeling to it and that it's not too flashy and that you don't even really notice it when you're watching it.
Yes.
And that the main thing that you really probably notice is the rope. But even the light is just subtly darker than it normally is. All of this is in Germany on a stage. Everything you see outside, there, believe it or not, cars go by occasionally. That's all digital. Our last image of him here is framed in that weird, where we've done a lot of framing and introducing. The first time Anya comes, she's in that frame through the doorway there, the opening. And then finally we're left with this, which is the brightest shot in the sequence, with the sun kind of coming in through, where she's now left with the house. She said she would buy the house from him and he's agreed. And she's now left alone. It's a real treat to get this kind of recognition. I mean, to be on this list is a wonderful thing. And to look at those other shows, it really is a wonderful snapshot of the year. And it was such a strange year in particular. 2020 will go down in history for all sorts of reasons. I don't know if anyone will remember what was happening on television, but because of this, they might. Who would have thought that a movie about chess would strike the chord that it did? On the sets, you would see between takes when we were filming tournaments or anytime there was a board, some of the extras who were chess players, some of the crew, they would all be playing chess. Everybody would be playing chess. It was fun to see.